attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I wanted to go back to my fame, my ladies.
Will defeat sin. I must defeat
Various
sin.
meats.
I was just fooling myself.
I'll never taste prosciutto again.
Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun.
Also, hey,
I started to
good
give
way
up
to
hope.
sell us on the importance of defeating sin.
I was in a foreign
The
world.
exact
Yeah.
opposite of
I wasn't
Ultimisia.
going home.
Yeah.
What's so bad about Ultimisia?
This
Time
was my
compression?
new
I don't know.
reality,
What's sin
and I
doing?
was stuck
Fucking
in it.
everything up.
You know the whole little civilization of people
Those
on that island?
people were just having a day.
And now that whole community just
Gone.
gone.
Just gone.
Wiped
Tilica is
off.
just destroyed. And everybody in this world lives on an island. Like, no one can even retreat that far from the sea. They can't go inland all that much. Look at that map.
Yeah. And then you're like using your fucking Red Lion boat to get around, and you have to play the song all the time to...
Fighting your little cannon at
Yeah.
sin. And that's not doing anything.
And there's bird people. But they're too much bird. and then you're like, what? How are you? You got a beak?
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, milady summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
We'll watch the sending, and I think we'll
thanks,
cut for the
BT.
day.
Cool.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
I love this sort of trope, I guess. I don't know, because it doesn't happen that often. I wouldn't really necessarily... Maybe it's not a trope. But the whole... if people aren't
We'll go see what we can do to
tended
help your
to
town.
correctly after their death, that they come back as something
Oh,
worse.
yeah. It's not really a trope, but it is a recurring element within a lot of societies and their various myths. Like, Christ, I'm no anthropologist, but I'm pretty sure every culture has their stories of, spirits that weren't properly laid to rest. Often it's, murder victims or those sort. Their bodies were just... They had a bad end and their bodies just went nowhere, and so they're wicked pissed about that, or they weren't treated properly in life. Stillborn children is a common recurring thing.
Yeah. I can't think of the Grimoire of Fantasy and Ash, I think is the anime, and that if someone dies but doesn't get burned, they come back as like a zombie. It's just like...
What's a sending?
That was also the
Are we
premise
going
of
somewhere?
a slight comedic zombie movie
You
called
truly are
Fido,
clueless.
where
Are
a
you
boy's
sure it's
pet
just
is a
your
zombie.
memory that's
And
the
it's like in that world, if you're not burned and your head
The
like
dead
buried in a coffin,
need
you will come back
guidance.
as a zombie. Just straight up. Everyone has it, so zombie bites aren't a problem. It's just if you get eaten, that's bad.
Filled
gonna
with
feel great,
grief over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive.
The camera loves that guy's like V.
Yeah.
You see, they envy the living,
You think Lulu listens to like Nine Inch Nails or
and
something?
in time, that envy
I
turns to
think
anger,
she listened
even hate.
to Nine Inch Nails and then Evanescence.
And
And
then
then at
got
some
older.
point, and then she got older and she
Should
discovered
these
Nightwish.
souls
She
remain
realized
in
that some of this
Spira,
music is just
they
pure
become
garbage and
Yeah.
actually like
that prey
was
on
embarrassed.
them.
Yeah.
It's like, let me find something a little better.
Let me find the good version
Sad.
of this.
Isn't
Like,
it? The sending
the best friend is
takes
talking
them to
about
the
that
far
exact
plane,
thing. Like
where they may
when
rest in
Evanescence was
peace.
popular in the early aughts,
Some
Pat
wish
and
to
Wooly were
this.
talking about, and he's like, Pat's like, this woman has a really good voice, and Wooly's like, yeah, imagine if she sang about anything that mattered. Now I listen to them now, and I'm like, yeah, I know. It's just baby steps to the good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody goes through it. Everybody
Yeah.
listens, finds a thing, loves it, listens to it. And then eventually you realize, wow, this thing that I listen to is nothing.
Yeah.
There's like just a tinge of the thing I like here. Like this guy has a mohawk in the band. That was it. That's the only reason I've been listening
Yeah.
to it. It's not even punk.
The album was called "Take Off Your Pants and Jacket," and I just love that. I didn't love that, but I sure did. So
Get it, bro?
I wish this game wasn't marred by the weird voice acting and animations, because those take much more prominence in the cultural mind when people think of Final Fantasy X than do moments like this.
Oh, you can't make a meme out of this.
No, and this moment actually sends chills through me. Just the what's going on, the music, her actual dancing, the art direction, like everything in this moment just gels.
She took those boots off. She's all just barefooted dancing around. Titus is like, oh my boner.
And this moment is the illustration on the game box. For good reason.
It's great that they're finally able to take this character, think about like Terra or Eris, these really important characters, and show you now they can actually like display with good graphics, like this is why, like look at how important they are.
Yeah. What I do like about Yuna is that she's competent.
Yeah.
And she's quiet, and it's odd because she's very quiet, and you think she'd be like the kind of self-doubting character, but she's not.
No.
She keeps saying to herself that she needs to defeat Sin. She will defeat Sin because that's her driving purpose. But it's not because she doubts herself in any capacity.
I like when it showed
like, right here, she's about to have
It must be
she's about to have a small moment where she's like, I hope I did all right, because it's her first time doing that.
Yeah.
Not because she's like, oh, I don't know if I can.
I hope you guys are pleased.
Where Terra was generally competent, but it was also like, I don't know about this power inside of me.
The end.
Whereas Yuna is like, I summon monsters to kill Sin, but she's like 18, so, she's still maturing. Yeah. Oh.
I like when it...
And Titus is fucked up again.
What did he
mouth.
say?
Lulu said...
Until she defeats
Lulu
Sin.
said she will do this until the end, and he said, till the end of what?
Oh.
And then everyone turned around, because it's basically like him asking, what's a Jesus again?
Yeah.
I hope I did okay.
Yeah.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but
Overhand.
no tears next time. Hmm?
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by Sin.
I like when
No more
during the
sendings
dance,
for
when
Yuna.
it was like a
Everyone stood
woman
there
and
watching
a child
her.
on the dock, and like
It
she
was
breaks
strange.
down.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Somehow
she knew which coffin
horrifying.
it came out of.
Yeah.
I never wanted to
like
see
that.
it
They're like,
again.
there's their loved one. Specifically, their loved one going.
And he just snores it off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hungry. Oh my god, I
He
slept
may as
like
well-
shit.
He may as well be that character whenever they bring a... Oh, cool, stage fear. He may as well be that character whenever they bring an anime over to the States for, like, Fox Kids.
Yeah.
Where they strip out the character completely and just rewrite the dialogue, so instead of being a somber type, there's like, oh, I'm hungry, let's get cheeseburgers.
Your guys' beds feel like shit. What do you make them out of? Shit?
And poop.
Poop and shit and rocks? Is that what I slept on? It's what it feels like I slept on.
We're terrible. We'll be back.
Woo!
And we'll be back right now, or at least I will. This recording may or may not be cursed, because as we were recording, I was noticing the wavelength was a little off. And then it occurred to me that my laptop had decided not to record through my microphone, but rather through the built-in microphone in the laptop itself. So that audio is going to be all fucked up. We've had that problem in the past, and that audio is completely unsalvageable. I knew about that going into the edit. At some point, between when we recorded and when I went into the edit, the footage for this and the recording session after it, which totaled about 3 hours of recording, I believe, just up and disappeared. So not only was the audio for this part all fucked up, the footage was just gone. And so over the course of this week, especially this morning, it's now Saturday, October, October 14th, I've had to record from the sending to right before the well, the operation at Mihen, which will occur in about 6 episodes, I believe. So what I'm doing right now is similar to what I did during Final Fantasy IV, and I think I've done it a couple of other times in the past as well. I'm just recording my own voiceover for the next 6 episodes. I think it's episode 5 through 10 are messed up and will just be me. Because it is just me, I won't be talking all the time. I'll just wait for moments that I feel really deserve some commentary. There are plenty of them, they'll pop up, but there might be quiet moments, which fucking will probably make for a better video, honestly. But hopefully it doesn't spook you too much if I just start talking out of nowhere. This, I feel, is the first significant boss fight in this game. You have a couple before this, but they're mostly tutorialized, and you have that fight with Sin's fin on the boat, but that one, the fin doesn't really do anything, and little bugs he throws at you, they're incompetent. This is the first boss with the potential to actually kill you. Fortunately, the way you fight this boss is the way you fight most bosses. You just throw Aeons at it. You can see right there, Valifor just filled up its overdrive meter, and now I'm going to use Energy Ray and blow it the hell up. You'll be seeing that a lot in this playthrough.
Yeesh.
Sorry about that. Hope to break you in a little slower.
Yeah, I bet you did, Waka. Oh, I shouldn't have made that joke. I apologize.
You handle yourself pretty well. You got talent.
Hey.
It's still weird to me that all the voice actors except the actors for Titus and Yuna are so good.
And are left behind in its wake.
Leave him alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be
I'm not even
quick.
convinced Yuna has a poor voice actor. I'm convinced that they gave her poor voice direction. I know there are stories about how they were forced to say their lines in cadence with how it was read in Japanese, and that was often much faster, and so it comes out horrible. There'll be one particular moment where Titus says, "With Yuna by my side," but I can't remember when that occurs, which has always that stood out in my mind for 17 years as awful. But even when Lulu or Waka have a line that comes out a little too quickly and just feels forced and rushed, it still has a general... The floor, I suppose, of their performance is still higher than the floor for Titus and Yuna. And I know Titus has gone on to be a fairly prolific voice actor in the years that followed this. But I don't know if anything came of Yuna's voice actor.
Amazing.
I should look into that.
Simply amazing. You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth. Sin didn't take Chapu.
Also, this shot was the first time I realized that Lulu's hair ornaments have little designs on the end. I don't know what they are, though. One looks like a pumpkin. So if anyone knows what those are, feel free to leave me a message.
No one can take Chapu's place. No one can replace Serject, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska, either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
Yeah, it looks like a pumpkin, a flower, maybe a flower, and the other two I have no idea.
Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Waka, Lulu, and Waka's brother, Chapu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
In the HD versions of these games, you can really tell that they're just in basically a little diorama. That the sky is about 20 feet beyond the boundary of this temple. The suspension of disbelief that you come with a properly designed level where it feels boundless is kind of lost.
Us pray? Who needs to pray?
I just noticed those guys have identical back models.
Always win.
Oh yeah?
Because you think they just have identical body models and they just change the skin tone up a bit.
So what's your goal this time? You gonna do your best again?
In fact, I think the guy in the middle and the guy on the left have identical
Your best
faces.
isn't good enough. Why even bother showing up?
This time, we play to win.
Ooh, play away. Just remember, even kids can play, boys.
God, that guy's so fucking what's the word I'm looking for? He's so sassy.
We'll beat them.
The Luca goers are basically the Cobra Kai of this world.
Putting people down. They're as bad as my old man.
But Sir Jecht was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not my Jecht. Even 10 years after he left. Just thinking about my old man got me angry. But maybe that was just my way of keeping him... Nah.
Okay, so at the end of his sentence there, he said, nah, and then nah. If he had just said the first nah, the real quiet to himself, nah, that would have been plenty. That was a good line delivery. The second nah was too self-aware, too much of a, well, a line reading. Level up a little bit. I love the sphere grid. I don't know if I've talked about that in any of the previous episodes so far, but this is actually one of my favorite methods of leveling up in any RPG I've played. And unfortunately, I don't know what it is about it that appeals to me so much. Maybe it's just the visualization of leveling up. I don't like the fact that you're reliant upon those spheres to do it, because that requires you to grind out spheres from time to time, especially in the late game when you're able to exploit certain super bosses to gain dozens and dozens of levels at once.
Guide our feet.
But just being able to proceed through there and see where everything's distributed and have a visual representation of it has appealed to me, and nothing else has ever quite matched it. Also, in this game, it just feels like your stat upgrades matter much more than they do in most games. In this one, 4 magic is appreciable. 4 attack power is appreciable. In most games, 4 attack power is like, eh.
Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
Donna. So, you're High Summoner Braska's daughter. That's quite a name to live up to.
This is the horniest couple in Final Fantasy, and again, I've said this is the horniest Final Fantasy. These two, right here, Donna and Bartello, are the horniest of all.
Braska had only 2 guardians.
It's not even innuendo.
Quality over
Kurt pointed out in a bit of audio that I'm pretty sure was lost that that thing on her back doesn't actually hold anything up. It's just rope. It's just rope that she has tied in a bow. And the way it shoots out, you kind of just want to grab it and pull it loose.
As there are people I can trust.
And then she basically just has rope ready at hand in case she needs it. This game, why is this game so horny?
Is a joy and an honor. Even more so than being my father's daughter. Of course, I would never think of questioning your ways either. So, Lady Donna, I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
Damn, Yuna has a talent for telling people to fuck off. That's a talent I need to develop.
A guardian is someone a summoner can rely on. Someone she can trust with her life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me? What's she smiling
Those 2
about?
chuckle fucks in the back are ruining this whole moment. That and Yuna's dead-eyed gaze, but those 2 chuckle fucks in the back just chuckling about something.
Lord O'Holland, guide our feet.
But you swim, I don't... Whatever, Waka.
The faith is below. Let's do it.
The faith?
But first, the Cloister of Trials. Kamari, Waka, ready?
Strength, everyone.
Push.
Ah! Hey, what gives?
You're not a guardian yet.
We'll be back as soon as we can, okay?
Oh, sure, soon. Like tomorrow soon, I bet.
I mean, he's not wrong. Apparently it took Yuna more than a day to learn how to summon Valifor. Though they never explained what that was all about. And then you just gotta wait here for a bit. This game has moments like this where you're just stuck, waiting around, uncertain what to do, where to go. Then even though they told you not to go in the elevator, you gotta go in the elevator to get these two to pop up.
Then why are you here?
Hey, I'm not a guardian, so I'm not supposed to go in, right?
Not a guardian, you say?
Hey, wait! Ah, let me
Come
go!
on, give him the Stone Cold Stunner. Do it! Do it! No.
Go! Hey! What's the big idea?
Just a little game.
Huh? This is bad. Really bad. Only guardians allowed. And I'm sure no guardian.
I hate the Cloisters of Trials, so... Cloisters
Well,
of Trials?
Guess it's too late now.
Because they're all called... Well, they're all called Cloister of Trials, so I suppose the plural would be Cloisters of Trials. Huh, it's one of those weird ones. Anyway, I hate these sequences, so I've cut this one down significantly. I very much doubt that nobody watching this will mind. Even if you stumble upon this at some point, hi, thanks for watching. I doubt you'll mind. I mean, you just put spheres in slots, and then the slots open doors.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It was Donna and that big musclehead man.
His name is Bartello. Get woke, Titus.
What consequences?
She could be excommunicated.
Absolutely no consequences, because as it turns out, no one gives a fuck. As long as the summoners kill themselves fighting sin, no one gives a fuck what else happens.
What? Even guardians can't go?
It's taboo.
Oh.
Just wait.
So what's in there anyway?
A big dumb room with a big dumb rock.
Oh yeah, that thing, right.
The Faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin. Yevon took their souls, willingly given from their still living bodies.
That's fucked up.
Huh?
Now they live forever, trapped in statues.
This keeps getting more fucked up.
But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the Faith emerge once again.
I like that lipstick,
That's
though.
what we call an Aeon.
All that in this room?
Hey, we have got nothing like that back in Xanarchy.
What's Yuna doing in there?
Fucking Titus.
She prays with all her heart for a way to defeat sin.
Come on, Titus, do something. Do anything. Motorboat Waka, do something. Come on. I don't know what the Aeon requires the summoner to do before it will allow the summoner to summon them, but apparently it's exhausting. I imagine they just make you do a bunch of calisthenics. Like a freak just makes you do squat thrusts for a while, and then at some point that it never specifies, it goes, alright, you've done enough painful squat thrusts. You can summon me.
I just wanted to go home. I tried to say something to tell them.
Bahamut won't let you summon him unless you can do at least 3 pull-ups. I mean, it's a very small bar to clear, but frankly, if you can't do 3 pull-ups, you're not going to defeat Sin. So rad, we got a Freet. Titus having yet another one of his traumatic flashbacks to his childhood. No, wait, I don't think this is his childhood. Oh yeah, this is after he became famous. And he's about to punch dance out his rage.
I thought I had put my feelings for Xanarkin behind me.
Seriously, what the hell is he doing?
But they were there.
What is he
They
doing?
grew inside me bigger and bigger, till I was just about ready to burst.
And frankly, it's moments like this that make the public perception of Final Fantasy X perfectly clear. It's really hard to remember the good parts of this game when so frequently you get bits like this.
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
To scream real loud?